I see a lot of the younger generation with this energy, creating this movement, wanting to be represented, wanting to belong, wanting to enhance where they currently are at, which is causing a resurgence of organizing across the country. A lot of our go-to industries are the traditional industries. I mean, we've got campaign in South Dakota from farming equipment to marine equipment in Indiana. We have our traditional auto dealers, truck shops, manufacturing, forklift, and now all of these new emerging markets are just opening up an incredible opportunity for us to continue to grow. It's really exciting, and I think the excitement resonates with all of our organizers in the territory.
Lodge 66 represented the art museum guards for many years. Of course, all the rest of the other art museum workers were not part of the union. We first met in person at the beginning of 2020. Within a couple months, of course, everything had shut down. So we moved almost instantly to a virtual platform, and all of the organizing really took place there. They made their own logo, they put together their own organizing newsletter. They took their own pictures and did photography and wrote the whole thing, and they were really at the center of the campaign. It was theirs. The Experis workers, they are video game testers. There's a misconception that video game testers are just workers that sit and play games all day. Yes, they're playing games, but they're doing quality assurance and testing, and they are finding bugs and they're reporting their bugs, and it's a much more involved process. Their issues were really clear from the very beginning. Number one, primary, top of the list was pay. The workers were not making a living wage. They were living paycheck to paycheck. The other main organizing issue has been burnout. You know, they will work the employees, to death. They'll work them tons of hours each week up until, the game comes out, and then they'll lay you off because they don't need you anymore. When Election Day rolled around, the workers voted 35-4. And so that sent such a message to the company that, the workers had had enough.
I've never worked at a place where I get along so well with my coworkers. I just saw management never listening to their good ideas, and I wanted to make them listen.
We just won a campaign with Tempus. There's about 1,000 people that work there. 350 of them work in the lab. And what they do is research on cancer cells or disease cells, and then it goes through a lab. They put the data into AI, and then AI creates a treatment plan for them. So when they reached out to us, they were interviewing other unions.
I kind of tried to do a little homework, find the most relevant unions, and I kind of landed on the machinists because they'd had experience with tech, they'd had experience with healthcare. The reps I talked to were very responsive.
We met probably 4 to 5 times face-to-face. Otherwise, everything else was online. They ran the entire program. We were just there for support.
They created their own logo, and it was Latin, Tempus Unio. And then it had kind of a DNA around the outside of it with a fist in the middle, right? Which was neat because they took ownership of this entire thing, which that's their union there.
The relationship that we created was based on trust. That was the cornerstone.
We won this campaign 243-38.
Are you proud to be an IAM member?
Oh, hell yeah. I wear the lanyard every day, and I don't even like wearing lanyards.
So they create electric school buses. There's about 150 workers there. It's going to be about 1,400 when it's all said and done.
We got one of our organizers to apply and work for Lion Electric, so he's a salt. Long story short, we're able to obtain enough, supermajority to file for a campaign.
They're treated terrible. Mandatory overtime all the time. Most people are making somewhere around $20 an hour in there, although 10 years ago, $20 an hour sounded like decent money. It's not right now. The company's broke the law multiple times. We have 6 board charges against this company. There's immigrants that work in there, and they threaten the immigrants early on, telling them that if you form a union, you're getting fired, you're out of here if you vote for this, right?
I want to say a good 20-25% of the workforce is Spanish speaking. When we started collecting cards, every Latino name that came through, I followed up with them. So I would say 95% of them will reply.
You know, electric vehicles, we're seeing more and more of them every day. And there's really not a footprint on the electric vehicle side for unions. We want to be the first. We want to be the ones that take off in that industry, right, and help these workers.
I am willing to provide all the necessary resources, whether it's adding additional associate organizers to give us the ability to grow, which we have done. I am extremely proud of our organizing department, my entire staff. We have a time in this country where unions are received in a positive light, finally. This is our time. This is our time to go out and organize.